Welcome back, Flare community. I hope you're all well and having an incredible day as always. And yes, it is time for the weekly news update where we cover everything that's significant happening on both the Songbird and the Flare network. Let's jump straight into it. We're starting here with this post from Masari Crypto's Pulse report. It's out now and it breaks down how Flare network is transforming XRP into a DeFi asset. Explore their 300% TVL or total value locked surge and see how Firelight, the upcoming liquid staking platform, will power a new DeFi flywheel for XRP. Now, I've had a look at this and it's definitely worth checking out if you want to give it a read. It talks about the minting process here of F assets and also the core vault, as you can see, the dashboard from F assets, the liquidity explosion from USDT 0, and many more statistics too. This is a great document and yeah, if you want to learn more about F assets and Firelight, I'd highly recommend checking it out. So speaking of Firelight, this is an application built by Centaura, formerly into the block that has been merged with a company called Trident, and they're building this XRP restaking platform. We actually got a bit of news from the diagram provided in this article, and we walked through it in a recent video for the Patreon family, and as you can see, it's pretty simple. It may look complicated on the face of it, but in short, you're going to get staked XRP. So you have XRP on the XRP ledger, you bring it over to the Flare network through the F asset protocol, which then becomes XRP, and then you can store it in the Firelight vault, which makes it staked XRP, where you can continue to earn a yield whilst simultaneously participating in various DeFi protocols. Right, XRPfi unlocks a new growth track for Flare and the developer ecosystem. FXRP brings the native XRP liquidity on-chain with F assets, providing a trust-minimized bridge. Combine this with enshrined oracles and unlock previously impossible use cases. We're going to listen into Hugo here and see what he has to say on the matter over at Apex 2025 in Singapore just a few weeks ago.
I hope the XRP community and the people at Ripple will understand what we're building with Flare and Firelight. It's obviously the first major use case for our blockchain for data. We obviously intend to go way beyond just XRP staking. There's huge value in using data and compute to increase the capabilities of DeFi applications. We think we have probably a list of 30 things we would like to have built. So if you're a developer out there, come and talk to us. That utilize the very unique nature of Flare's stack, from AI to way more interesting financial primitives than currently exist. So that's sort of where we are. So I'm hoping that the audience here will understand how they're going to be able to use their XRP to get yield and then participate downstream in the DeFi ecosystem with a liquid stake token. This then allows them to effectively retain their position in XRP, but also get some financial performance out of it other than just the beta to the market for institutional and for retail.
Hugo, thank you so much for joining us at the desk. I look forward to seeing you around the event.
Thank you, my pleasure.
That was Flare co-founder and CEO Hugo Filion.
There we go, for institutions and retail. So we're all going to have this similar opportunity where we can interact with our XRP and have it create a stable and sustainable yield, something that's predictable and hopefully long-term, where this XRP is not sitting dormant any longer, and this value is going to be unlocked by the Flare network. We got this from Cointelegraph here, talking about the Flare network's bridging technology and F assets are bringing institutional and retail XRP holders into DeFi, tapping a massive pool of idle liquidity. And speaking of institutions, We're going to go over that in just a second. We've got this from Vivo Power, and this was absolutely huge news. And I just wanted to bring up this illustration because I think it's quite, let's say, thought-provoking in the sense that it shows exactly what is happening. So you've got Vivo, the sun rising here, XRPfi, green candles rising, and this is just the first institution. If you look over to the the Bitcoin community, they have many companies that are supporting this idea of holding Bitcoin on their balance sheets. Of course, MicroStrategy led the way, and a lot of companies have followed. I think there's maybe more than a dozen right now. Now, could we see something similar with XRP? It's definitely possible. And what will they want to do with their XRP? They're not just going to let it sit there idle. Vivo have committed 100 million worth of XRP holdings to use as F assets and then generate themselves and their shareholders a yield through Firelight. This is absolutely incredible. As I did mention before, we did a quick summary of this illustration here, and definitely check it out in the Patreon group. We will go over it in a bit more detail, and you can find a link to that in the description below. Institutions are beginning to hold XRP. Even Upholders, we know about this, Uphold planning to utilize their XRP war chest with the Flare network. Institutions will want to earn on their XRP. Flare network offers institutional grade software. Institutions will use Flare for XRPfi. The writing is on the wall for everyone to see, and the first dominoes have fallen. What do you think happens next? Well, of course, you can subscribe if you want to find out and stay up to date. I'm pretty excited for the future. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like we're just on the cusp of something truly great. This is Flare saying that together, we turn the XRPfi concept into everyday reality. 150 plus partners. Now you can have a quick peek at some of these here. Some may be familiar, some maybe not, but from my perspective, I think I know all of these on here. All great partners that are helping build this ecosystem for XRP to thrive on the Flare network. Right, moving over to NFTs here, we're going to scroll down and go to the weekly, and topping the charts is Blockbones. In second place, it's the newly launched Freaks collection. In third place, Blockbones Traits. In fourth place, we have the Flare community Lucky Claw, and in fifth place, we have the Yoru collection. All built by Digital Dynamics, except with the exception of this one here, which is obviously my collection that has distributed millions of FLR to holders, which is very humbling indeed. Right, Blockbones. We have never sold traits as cheap as they are now. If you've been sitting on the sidelines waiting to fully fuse a Blockbones NFT, there is no better time. There still is the majority of the FLR left to distribute. So I hear a lot of people talking about Blockbones, saying how, the price for the base layers has increased significantly. That's not something I can help. That's just from bringing value to holders. But the traits to actually customize your Blockbones NFTs have never been cheaper. And what's even better is that 100% of the assets that are used to buy these traits, which is the Bones token, is actually destroyed and burnt forever, really increasing the deflationary pressure of the Bones asset. There was actually a new milestone. The starting supply was 100 million. It's now down to 96 million. That's 4 million bones burnt so far. And it basically means that everyone that is holding bones gets more FLR once the flare drop ends. The faster it reduces, the faster your share increases. And there's a lot of ways that the FLR in this Earn wallet, which is basically a war chest of FLR that is redeemable for the Bones asset. This is increasing rapidly from trait sales, from royalties, from the Earn Boost program, delegation, staking rewards, monthly flare drops, DeFi, RFLR rewards, and more. And the opposite side of the spectrum is that we have the deflationary pressures, which have the very same effect. And this is through semi-special trait auctions, the Earn Boost program, claims of rarity-based rewards in specific assets, and sales of any NFT that happen on the Digital Dynamics website. It really is an interesting point because I believe 85% of the FLR is yet to be distributed via rarity-based rewards. So this is a large chunk. I'm talking 10 million plus FLR that is going to be distributed to the holders of fully fused Blockbones. Right, moving on here, we did have this mint for the Freaks, which recently just launched by a very talented artist. He has done a great job with this collection, and we've just released the base layers and revealed them very recently. And as you can see, if we go over back to xHaven, it's already the second best performing NFT collection for the week. This is a chance to get in on the foundation for any Digital Dynamics collection. These artists that we recruit and that are collaborating with us are extremely talented. They're actually headhunted for their artistic flair, and that ensures quality for any Digital Dynamics collection. And of course, you get the same rewards that you would expect, the same pricing, Dynamics airdrops, and royalty shares too. I'm very proud to actually have built Digital Dynamics, and these collections are not Digital Dynamics collections. They're actually collections that are powered by Digital Dynamics. So artists are headhunted, they generate their collection and promote it. It's their collection, but we just facilitate the instant utility, the dynamics rewards, the royalty shares, the ability to customize each NFT. And what really matters here is once an NFT is fully fused, you can actually race towards getting a Digital Dynamics royalty NFT. And this is really the holy grail of the ecosystem that ties everything together. What you will find is that if we go up here, actually, we can possibly check it out. What you will find is that every single collection powered by Digital Dynamics feeds into a pot for the royalty NFT. Now, this royalty NFT accumulates all of the FLR, and anyone with a royalty NFT has a 1% claim to all of this FLR that is accrued from all of these collections indefinitely. So we do have a rich list here, and this is a rich list, a race to 1 million because there is 1 million Dynamics tokens. There are 100 NFTs, and when you buy the NFT, you burn 1 million. So there's 100 NFTs with a 1% chance, a 1% allocation of the royalties. It looks like the race is leading by this address here with 122,000. No one's yet to race to 1 million, but I'm sure that day is coming. Right, moving on, we've got this from Astral Credits, who have just integrated USDT 0 into their MrTipbot. This is without a doubt the premium stablecoin on the Flare network, and as I said, it is now live on MrTipbot. So happy days. Right, finally, this is from Jon Snow. Builders and devs might want to check your inbox this morning. Flare Portal seems that it is going to be depreciating, and this is going to happen at the end of July. This is something that I did notice, and unfortunately, it is a shame, but there are many other services out there. I'm translating over to Anchor. So if you are a developer, you may want to look into that and check your emails. So that is pretty much the video for today. I would like to thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I'm out.
Mission Control, we have liftoff.